champions for high priorities.
Yeah, I mean, Heimerdinger, especially on this patch, starts to do quite a bit of damage, and EG have been known to pull out some strategies that are not mainstream. So a little inside intel there for CLG. Target banned, taking away the Heimerding doll. He really changes the face of the game. Makes the game a lot slower. Very hard to play against Heimerdinger when you don't have a lot of wave clear.
Or want to gank. You just end up dying to turrets.
Yeah, you really need to coordinate well with your laner if you're laning against Heimerdinger, and make sure that you're not getting counter games, because he will win a 2 vs 2. Alright though, locking in though. Lee Sanger, that's a pretty good champion there for Dexter. He had one of the LCS big plays on Lee Sin.
Yep.
He's had a lot of success.
Remember how much trouble he gave Dyrus on Shyvana, kicking him in the dragon mouth over and over and over. Now the Evelynn here possibly locked in. Seeing that twice on Snoopy's list. Olaf has been up there for him at 4 picks, and it hasn't been since the early weeks. I don't really see that one coming in. But EG definitely can do something for themselves. Cruiser picked up the Jace today. We've seen a lot of different champions here towards the end of the split, and EG is figuring out what is going to work best for them. These matchups in the past for EG have seen Dr. Mundo, Olaf and Elise, Kha'Zix, Orianna and Zed, some Caitlyn and Jinx, Thresh, Alistar, Morgana. So they played everything against Counter Logic Gaming. It's just what they want to decide here for SuperWeek.
Seems the main thing that's staying consistent for EG is that Nidalee pick. It is a flex pick for them. They could easily take a mid, but man, does Inox really prefer that champion. So it's probably going to be an Inox top Nidalee. Now he has also been building it mostly AP though, so he's not going Bruiser Nidalee top most of the time. He's definitely accustomed to doing that, and he could easily switch up the build and go with the Bruiser top Nidalee if the team calls for it. But usually he's been looking for those late game high impact spears.
So what does this kind of tell CLG? Can they infer anything off of that? Do they say we want gap closers now because we see a Nidalee and we want to get out of poke comp?
Probably they're going to be looking for heavy engage Riv. That is the go-to counter for Nidalee. They picked up one piece of the puzzle here. They have Leona, very, very strong long-range engage, and it looks to be that's what they're going towards. I think CLG just really have a problem with Heimerdinger. Didn't they ban it last the game with Curse as well? This time around though, they do go 2 more mid-lane Pobelter bans.
Let's see what kind of long-range safety and damage EG can put on the team. Caitlyn's been a pretty for-sure pickup here. It is actually a 1-4 for Yellow Pete coming in. His top AD carry is actually Lucian right now. Doesn't look like it's going to really fit in this one with it being in the hands of Dexter for double lift. They don't get their Thresh though.
Right, so EG are locking in some more long range here. Definitely going heavy poke, and it's definitely not a bad thing that Lucian's already taken, even though Yellow Pete likes the champion. Caitlyn, much, much stronger here in this poke comp. This is very, very heavy siege for EG towards the late game. And Leona does not by herself just crack a poke comp. Just because you have one form of long range engage, we'll probably be seeing Thresh, Krepo rushing a Mikhails. If you get an early Mikhails against Leona, you can take away a lot of her mid-game pick potential. If you're able to cleanse whoever got caught by the Solar Flare, then they should be able to juke out of the Zenith Blade if you do it quick enough.
Like the Pobelter blind picking his mid here, feels very confident, but also wants to keep it away from Link. Link more than not will do a level 5 roam, making his opponent think he's backing, get a quick kill off of that. See if Pobelter can produce the same results as Orianna will be locked in this game.
Yeah, CLG going full, hard engage, team fight here.
Got some good delivery.
So once again, we'll be seeing another poke versus team fight. Have to see if EG can keep their distance long enough to land some good bombs and spears. They're also going to be looking to try and take some turrets very early with a Caitlyn Thresh combo. CLG, meanwhile, definitely going to be looking to focus their team fights around things like Dragon. Get away from the turrets so they can make use of the Shyvana Ori combo. Great ball delivery system there. If Leona can land the Solar Flare into a Nien Dragon's Descent with a Link Shockwave on top of it, And that could pretty much destroy an entire EG team right off the bat.
Could be the Elise being locked in. We've actually seen Dominate go for that quite a bit, even not disregarding the changes, but even with the changes, he loves being able to get those smites down, which he's quite prominent at.
And Elise is very important in these long-range, tower-damaging, poking team compositions because Elise is one of the few junglers that is extremely strong at getting those early turrets. Not only can she safely auto-attack them in human form, but she can also poke under turrets if you want to go for a tower dive. If the enemy team gets a little cheeky and they try and leech experience, she's very good at executing people. Plus, attack speed bonus in spider form. If nobody's around, she can do a lot of damage very quickly to the turrets. Like the full long-range team here from EG.
Well, as the team storm the Rift, let's check out your predictions. Second to last game of the day here at SuperWeek, second day. According to LOLesports.com, 84% of you think that CLG will take the win on this. Definitely a lot of CLG fans hoping that the SuperWeek proves to be a lot of numbers in the win column coming out here. We saw Nien taking teleport as we head out of Champion Select. How's that kind of work for a poke composition when Italy's one to siege the turret? Who are they going to be sending off to those side lanes once they get the chance?
Did he, what champion is he on? Shyvana? Yeah, so when they go for the team fights, they definitely want Shyvana with them. Because as soon as the Leona Solar Flare lands, they want to be able to get him in there to get the shockwave going as quickly as possible. But towards the end game, it is always nice to have that teleport as well.
Nian been playing very strong lately. Definitely needs a bit of tilt from the jungle to get that going in the top lane. We've seen him kind of sit back, not be one to want to crush his lane unless he's helped out with that advantage. And then he'll push the advantage until he can't push it anymore.
Man, sometimes he gets real deep on Shyvana. He likes to go aggressive. We'll see what he comes up with this time around. Definitely this game we'll be watching CLG because they're the ones that are going to have to make the moves. They're the team that needs to do the initiating. They have to catch this long-range team from EG and make them pay for being the long-range frail champions that they are. Meanwhile, EG are just trying to get extra damage and avoid any sort of counterattack.
I think we may get one of our first 2v2s, but I'm not going to speak too soon.
So, a lot of the variability in the early game is due to the recent change to the trinkets. This time around, though, EG have invested in a true ward, so they have a little bit of an edge as far as the early game is concerned. We've seen so many of these purple side initiations of the 2 versus 1 lane today, but I do not think that you have to go for that, even though a lot of the teams feel pressured into it since there's so much randomness in the early game now with no vision. There are other options open to you, and it looks like EG are going with a new strat here. They're strong because they have Thresh and Elise, trying to go for the late invade on red side while defensively warding their blue invade path.
They might be able to spend a little bit longer down here too before they got out of Champion Select. Inox himself took that teleport, so if they decide or do run into any trouble down here, he can teleport back up to that top lane when need be and not lose too much experience.
All right, blind hook. I'll throw that out. Nobody's going to be in there. No, he has not started hook yet. Spear from Inox.
Oh,
Step
are they going to...
One is complete. And it will be a red buff steal without CLG knowing. Can Double Up get it in the bush? Yes, he can. Ta-da. Successful ward, sees the entire team.
Very nicely played. I actually thought they were going to do what they did to Coast and sit in the lane brush real quick while getting vision of red. And then you just pull the AD carry in over and over again before he's level 2. There's the teleport to the top lane for Inox as we get things rolling. Afro move.
Whoa.
The Relic Shield gets himself a bit of gold and some damage going out onto EG.
Yeah.
He goes aggressive.
Hit both of them right there.
Yeah.
Good Lucian Q. Very aggressive early lead here for the CLG bottom lane. However, EG do have Caitlyn and Thresh, so they're not going to be hurting too bad. Classic answer here from both junglers. They're aware of the starting position of their opponents, and each of them gets 2 buffs.
Like we may have Dexter hovering towards the top side. Oh, he gets a ward, so he's going to stay at the golem for now, at least. He's going to be very low, so he'll back after this one, keeping himself safe and not in danger from any top lane back that Inox can give him. Maybe he could go for Inox with him pushing out quite far and that ward being there. Yeah.
Dexter has to be real careful now. Not only did he have to get a poor leash on his buff, but he took a spear to the knee.
In the end, probably called that ward out as he went over to the golem and says, I'll take a spear. I'll kind of give Inox a little harassment in the top lane. Looks like it's 2 CS for Nien. Great plays. See what Doublelift and Aftermoo have for each other. Very nice, trying to get that 50% kill out on the Relic Shield and give Doublelift a little bit more gold and HP back in this lane. They've already been pushed to the turret. Yellow Pete's kind of peacemakering these lanes and just giving them hell as they're up against the turret. Aftermoo getting locked up there.
What a
Played
trap.
back onto the cupcake. There's a little bit of sugar for you.
Great combo there from EG, the bottom lane. Getting some control now. The Targons is great for some regeneration under turret, and it is also great for making sure you don't miss CS under the turret. Afro saving some charges for when they get pushed under.
So with this top lane, what would Dexter's just kind of comeback be? He gives himself the option and is always denying for the top lane gank?
He didn't leave much vision down up there, so really just taking the opportunity to go continue counter jungling. It looks like the mid gank here from Snoop. It's going to be some wasted time. Can't get in on Orianna, so venture down towards the bottom.
Yeah.
They call out the wards. Nothing here. There's a ping onto the tri-bush because they're blind.
Oh, the junglers are going crazy. There's no 2v1 swap. They don't know what to do right now.
Another.
Aftermoo locked up again. Can't get the cupcake combo this time, but it looks like they are able to push back a little bit. Gritting their teeth on this one. Dexter coming up just on the backside.
Ooh.
EG not with a ward in that forward bush. Crepo did not make it in, but he made it in with the ward. Quickly saving the skin.
Good instincts there from Crepo.
It's a great satchel charge. It's going to be a shield, a last bit of mana for a dissonance. The auto attack does not have the passive on it. If it did, that would have been first blood.
Well, Link could tell, so that's why he didn't flash or barrier.
Yep.
But man,
Calculated.
big cojones.
Knew what he was doing. Oh, not too much damage coming from Inox just yet with that Doran's Ring build. In the end, keeping healthy with the Scepter in the top lane on his first buy. Pobelter now happily in the mid lane. Going to get a little bit of CS on this. It should be grabbed up by Link as he returns. We'll see if he does decide to rotate, and he does not, where, as I said, Link here would usually go and try and hit up a lane. Pobelter will back.
Yeah, he was real low on mana.
That too, yep.
He got himself a nice CS lead, though. Yeah, right there. Rushing into the Athenes. Pretty classic for the mid lane. Since we're so accustomed to all these 2 versus 1 matchups, we've forgotten how the 2 versus 2s go down bottom lane. A lot of jungle attention being paid here. Pink ward is in the tri-bush, so they've called in Dexter once again. Nothing new here from CLG, trying to get bottom lane going, but because the lane is too far up, no Lee Sin.
Oh dear!
Around.
Don't think he expected all that damage.
Yeah, Nien on his Shyvana, very happy with the situation. Inox had not gone back to purchase, so Nien knew that he could use the extra items that he just came back to lane with to bully Inox there.
Just teleport back. He won't be too bad on CS missing. He is down by 10, but that can be equaled out by Pobelter's up by 10 here. And he's got to be careful. Dexter can give him a sonic wave over the wall, but he walks off to safety. That would have been quite a cheeky play since that command shockwave is up.
So no early turrets here for EG. That might be slowing down their game plan, trying to group up later with the heavy poke. But again, trying to get bottom lane going. Snoop revisits, only level 4 though.
Very slow. Be able to move up with this wave. Link and Dexter are not going to be a part of this. This is picture perfect for Evil Geniuses if they are able to activate. You can even see the ping saying maybe no ward, but they're still going to back off. Too much of a push on the lane.
Snoop recalling again, full life, full mana.
Yeah.
Still level 4, very far down in CS compared to Dexter. Nien goes aggressive once again.
Hard fight. The no ignite lane, always back and forth at each other's throat. Can't get the kills out though. They don't have that last bit of potential. See, looks like it's just going to be a ward coming out from Nien as he gets himself safe. Actually, he's going to back. So he backs in vision of Inox here, so Inox knows he has free time in the top lane. EG breathes a bit of relief, but they still have to figure out what they're going to do about this first dragon. Both teams have great AoE to set up around the dragon pit.
Yeah, EG never want to get cornered inside a dragon pit, so if they go for it, it'll probably be off the back of a gank. Their champions, as I said before, are fairly fragile. They want to get poke damage down. CLG would be happy to go for a brawl around dragon pits, especially once Afromu hits level 6. This bottom lane could get explosive very soon. I expect, again, more calls for the jungle, because once your support hits level 6, it's one of the most dangerous things in the game for dual lanes in the current state of the game. So as we see Solar Flare for Afromu now up.
Taking quite a bit of damage.
See what they want to do with it.
Snoopy did hit 6 there, so he gets the extra spider, but no surge of power
it's
like
just
the dragon
a
kick.
ward.
Not going for the gank just yet. Don't have eyes on Snoopy, but he is quite low. Everything these teams are kind of second-guessing themselves on that would be working. CLG still farming up mid lane, 83 to 71. Pobelter keeps his lead there as he tries to pretty much just farm out and harass on the Wraiths as Dexter tries to pick up more. Inox's first back gets him the Chalice as well, so that's not going to help him really when he fights.
Good dodge. Nyen's doing very well in the top lane, by the way.
Yep.
Good lead on Inox.
A little bit of that hybrid damage will be stopped, but Inox will still be taking chunks out of Nidalee. Looking for those heals. Inox keeps himself nice in the lane. There's the shockwave, but the dissonance was already used, so you don't get the follow-up damage or the slow for the wind to come in. So
also, Dexter was pretty far out there. I don't know if they're looking to make that hit.
That's going to be big. This is the Mega Inferno going down, but a good shield stops most of that damage on the front end. Both teams kind of figuring out that the fight doesn't work just yet. Not enough damage.
Everybody just using their ultis. Hey guys, we hit level 6. Pop them off. Dexter's got good positioning, but Snoopy jukes him without even knowing Dexter's there. Just changing his mind.
Positioning on the turret now, and they can kind of toy with this. The Lee Syndrome will be activated. Oh, he wants the ball delivery. He says, "You got it, man. I'm shielding you." It looks like they don't want to go in. 2 back and forth in mid. Turn it into a 2v2 lane for now. Inox again in the top lane trying to hold off Nien. Nien actually has played in this matchup Shyvana 3 times, so this will be the 4th time playing against EG that he takes Shyvana. No stranger there.
Yeah, and he is going magic resist heavy tank build here, which is definitely advised against the heavy poke teams. The only attack damage he has to worry about is Yellow Pete. And if they're able to focus Yellow Pete, which they're going to be doing, take him out of the fight early, and it's an easy late game itemization path. They're going to be just shoving all their CC towards Pete, so Pete will be spending a lot of the late game trying to kite, trying to avoid Leona / Orianna Shockwave.
Link in mid lane remembering why he gets Ziggs when he can. Definitely taking a hurt in there, as well as the turret. In the end, seeing what he can do. Dragon's Descent is up, but
no ignites though.
That surge allowing Inox to get healed with, like you said, no ignites. Gold's real close though. This entire game, neck and neck still.
I wonder if Crepo will actually look to upgrade his coin and complete a Talisman of Ascension before going with the Mikhails. I feel like Mikhails is extremely important in this team for EG to make sure that even if somebody does get caught, then it's not going to be the end of the poke comp.
Oh, Ward coming down. Pobelter puts it in front. Oh! Whoops. A little bit of sun in Dexter's eyes, but he does get a good kickoff. Still a flash out. So he can't, and then he satchels himself. Well played by both sides, trying to get the kills. And CLG is really putting themselves in position to get these kills. EG's kind of walking into it, so they got to start formulating some stuff of their own.
Yeah, you can tell that CLG are looking towards the dragon because they have not let Nien use his teleport to get back to lane here. He just walked back to lane this time, not trying to teleport back. They need that cooldown available if a dragon fight does break out. So right now, just trying to get vision around the area to make sure that nothing sneaky goes around.
Burnout is basey. Some heck of base there. 6.4, 16.4 as it ticks up. Thanks, Gold. 500 gold in the lead is Counter Logic Gaming. Inox now another fight. Throws down the Cutlass.
Active.
Almost able to get it. Yeah, still not an ignite.
Yeah, how many times do we have to recap that? Hey, guys, no summoner switches.
More aggression in the mid lane as they both try to clear. 123 to 108 there. Slight leads in each of the lane. Nobody's really got a huge CS lead. We have seen that Dexter himself, 53 to 38, is pretty good for the jungle. Snoopy's been in these lanes. Full health, full mana. A lot of times backing because the gank's not working.
Yeah, no successful ganks for either of them early. Two of the most prolific early game gankers. Lee Sin. Oh, Snoopy's got vision advantage here. Dexter thinks... Oh, never mind. No action. Return to farming. Everybody calm down.
They can't find the gank. Maybe they can find each other.
He can find the wraiths.
There they are. They'll be where.
Ooh, do an insect.
Oh, kicks him back. Puts it. Oh, no. Oh, he does get him on the edge of the shockwave. The barrier goes down, though. Both of what they're holding. The clockwork wind up. And he sticks out his big toe and gets the kill on the pole belter.
They're working hard to get some action going here. Dexter comes up big.
Wow.
Classic Lee Sin over the Wraith camp there.
He found the Wraiths. Oh, they're the insect.
They're able to use all of their CC. Now, that was a risky play, though.
Yeah.
Because Elise could have easily turned that one around. We see how low they get. Yeah, and he even uses a pink ward to go for this move. They burn everything. All ultimates, the flash. And they lose a lot of life in the process, but they were awarded that first blood. So CLG increase their gold lead. Stipe looking to answer, does not find anything at all.
Oh, just gets Aframu an easy out on the fight. Very good prediction. Wards coming in as well for these guys to get themselves safe in the bottom lane. They are 139 to 127. See, Yellow Peach is taking free damage to the face there. Double it with the sidestep, and that was definitely a misplay by EG in the bottom lane. Still going on it from the side of CLG. The culling comes out, and it's going to be a no on the last shot because of that passive knock on the Solar Flare.
Yeah, Solar Flare into a piece of the culling. Dexter, though, super deep now, and he is by himself.
He used he didn't want to go that way. Goes back and forth, tries to do the give and go with himself. It's going to be a big bomb coming out from Pole Belter on the passive after the Mega Inferno. The chase is still on. The pink ward's there. The dissonance will speed up. And they may just give 2 kills now to Link. They actually close it out onto Snoopy before he gets there. CLG is picking up a lot for a little right now.
All right, that's a bunch of kills, but it should mean a bunch of objectives as well. Yeah. Bottom turret, and then they can also get good vision control around Dragon, if not take Dragon. There's no smite here for EG. However, CLG are fairly low, and they don't have their Lee Sin either, because Dexter died in that fight.
How many people just died for the first turret of the game? That was crazy.
So Dexter does a good job trying to keep the rest of EG interested. Double lift and Afro move, come in hot, kill Yellow Pete, and then it's Pobelter running into enemy territory. So it does force Link to blow his flash. However, the teleport coming in from a Nidalee this early in the game will not have a big impact.
That's big. We saw Link getting a refresh on his blue buff there. Dragon gets picked up as well. A quick 5,000 gold lead. Last time I talked about it, it was a 500 gold lead. CLG definitely has good accountants coming into this game. Level 11 both in the top lane, so you can see Inox hasn't really been pushed off of that too much, but a very nice shockwave. They kick him back once again. You are not safe from Dexter anywhere close to CLG's base. A nice little wombo combo from long range of the Mega Inferno and ace in the hole.
Yeah, we talked about the long range damage from this EG team. They do get a kill onto Link. However, they're going to need to answer very quickly because CLG took so much in the last 3 minutes here. 2 towers and Dragon down for them. Going for another kill.
Solar Flare locks down Pole Belter and Snoopy for just a second, and he cannot follow up with the DPS from Ziggs. Pole Belter, good spot to make some moves.
A lot of farm actually getting lost on the bottom turret from EG here too. So even though they were getting some stuff back in mid, they were losing farm towards that bottom side. Couple getting pushed, kicked under the turret, but double snipers there. In come the artillery and the sniper shot.
Aframu was so close to being bodyguard on that one, but did not have his flash up. Double lift now clearing out mid, getting a pretty big gold lead on CS and those 3-0-1 in kills. Starting to finish up his, or starting to build up, I should say, his Triforce. And that is going to equal this damage. Almost 1v1ing Pole Belter and not worried about the damage from Yellow Pete. Great shields coming in. keep Doublelift alive in a no-regard fight for anything else around him.
The biggest part of that is that Doublelift took out the main wave clear for EG. Now it's very dangerous for Pobelter to stick around. You can see he's still trying to add the wave clear. He knows how important this mid turret is. DG desperately trying to hold on to their last outer turret.
Crepo kind of being forced out of position instead of being able to group with the team. CLG is putting that rotation into order now. And it's EG to figure out where this perfect chaos is going to end up next. It's Afromu and Dexter right now that are going to be one of that force. As Doublelift, he's in his atmosphere, pushing bottom lane.
Yeah, if these fragile champions of EG do not get early turrets and do not get to group up, then it's really just up to CLG to start picking them off, bring in the hard CC. They close the gaps. Inox is going to be on the run for a while, though. Nidalee, can she do it again? It looks like she'll be fine. And EG make a call while two members are chasing Nidalee. They get not only the first mid turret, but they're going on the second.
It's going to be big. Second tier turret opens up quite a bit of vision to split open the map. Top turret isn't going to
turret for
bottom,
each team.
I should say. It's going to be an inhibitor turret for both sides. Not too much to guard either. Nobody's backing. Everybody is going forward right now. We finally have Nian and Link trying to come around the side of the base. The inhibitor turret goes down. This will be the inhibitor on one side, as well as CLG going at EG's base. Looks like we're going to be trading buffs, or inhibitors like we trade the buffs.
Yen without a scratch on him, even though right in the middle of the team, everybody trying to get the inhibitor and get back as quickly as possible. CLG threatening at the Nexus turrets, but they just want to shove the wave closer. So more gold is lost from EG.
This is the scary point now.
It's not that scary, though, for CLG, because look at this ridiculous ward coverage they have over the map. They have so much vision. It's very easy to make the right call when you can see the entire map.
EG getting themselves into a safe spot now. It looked like they were actually walking into the full team of CLG on the retreat into them. Smite. Oh, does not get it. Also uses the ultimate. Looks like they won't give too much pursuit either. 2 minutes on Dragon. CLG has quite a bit of time to work with here, but it doesn't look like they want to leave just yet.
Yeah, so CLG basically, the amount of ward coverage that CLG has is almost like playing with a map pack on. They can see the entire map. And so when you invest that much money into ward coverage, you can make the choice to only pick advantageous fights. You don't ever have to fight a losing battle. And they're taking the opportunity over and over again.
I'm almost not going to have enough fingers for how many times Dexter has done that in this game. Easily setting themselves up for everything they need. Not the first time it's been behind a turret either. They're creating these opportunities from thin air.
And there's no reason for them to stop either. I mean, they keep on taking out a crucial piece of this 5-man poke combo. And if they're not all together, then they're extremely weak. So CLG forcing it in once again, another turret down.
Inox is throwing those spears out as well, just inches away from hitting every time. CLG is making the right sidestep, so nothing for EG is really coming together right now, and they're doing all the right things to make it happen. CLG is working around it perfectly, and it almost looks like EG just really hasn't been able to get much.
No, they haven't, and that remember that was against a lane that had no inhibitor for CLG. So they made this push into super minions without their creep wave being strong enough to come by itself. It's just the play after plays. They're catching single members of the poke squad out.
Well, if Inox can start hitting those spears, it definitely changes this fight. No big sustain coming in other than what Doublelift would have for himself in these fights. In the end, going to have that soon with Blade of the Rune King. But right now, if Pobelter can get that poke on, if they can start using the team for the way they built it, they still have a pretty good chance because they don't have to technically fight each time. EG is just getting behind them.
Yep.
Or CLG.
Haven't been able to execute the team that they wanted. Dragon is going to be up, though, so we'll see if they can keep safe while poking the enemy at the Dragon Pit. The key there is the keep safe part, though. CLG have many tools to pick somebody off. If you're getting close enough to poke CLG at Dragon, then there's also the opportunity for Afromu to land a Solar Flare, and that could be explosive. A lot of flashes are up for CLG.
See, in the end, he is towards the fight. Still getting spears across. Dragon has been started over by CLG. They're going to get that quite quick, actually. And you can see, actually, Yavrum not taking that much damage, hasn't prioritized any bit of magic resistance, just has the HP. He can still decide to forge on and let the rest of the team come with. Snoopy have to use Repel to get out of this. EG doesn't even know if they can fend off these fights.
Pretty big minion wave up top for EG. It's going to be a little bit of money lost for CLG, but they're rotating up to that side of the map anyway, getting vision control around Baron. I think that pink ward actually will have a very short life. It was just pinged out by EG. Yeah, that one just placed and then just immediately killed. Money down the drain.
So now that it's even harder, the EG's behind. As a poke comp, how do you make a gap close comp, or even any comp when you're behind, do what you want them to?
That's why I kept saying that CLG are the ones in the driver's seat this time, because they're the ones with the engage. When you get behind as a poke comp, it's very hard. You don't get to call the shots. You are the ones that are just hoping for good skill shots, basically. You need good skill shots to land. Because when you're behind like this, you don't get to make the first moves. Maybe it's something like a bush. A whole bunch of people camping in one bush and getting lucky. But EG, they're just going to have to settle for trying to get vision around this Baron. If they can get vision in it, that's all they need to poke CLG off of Baron.
Well, EG with just the poke surprise, CLG has been dodging out quite a bit. They don't have much to be surprised by, so all of these are really straightforward. Like you said, wards are down with the AKA map hack that CLG is using at the moment. 6-3 in turrets. It looks like the wards will just allow CLG to keep this pressure on. EG spread thin now as they just try to stave off all the pressure. Top lane is going to be pushed in by Link as they start going for the split push in every lane.
Interesting. They're going to have Inox try and hold off this Shyvana here. Zig's ulti will work one time. That's one wave down. But they're going to need him actually there for the consecutive waves.
Base of the mountain built up on Afro Moo now. He's looking to be pretty big for the team as he gets him into the fight. Snoopy getting good wards out. EG is keeping that idea alive that they have to keep their vision up.
Yeah, there's no Mikhails though, so whoever's going to get hit by this solar flare is going to get locked up. CLG have a very, very high kill potential. EG have to play very carefully with their positioning.
He's teleported. All right, just waiting to see what Nien has for himself. Right now, it's about a 30 CS lead. 0 kills for those top laners, though. They've really just been putting a lot of pressure on the map coming into these fights. No assists, which means they've really just been on the outside during these fights. We'll see Belter try to pick up blue, something he's actually lost in quite a bit of battle. See if they can help them. As CLG has full control of the map, full control of Baron to help them get inside the base.
Yeah, EG laps in vision, and that's going to be all that CLG needs to go for this one. It's going to be a very desperate steal from Snoopy.
Solar Flare gets locked down, kicked into the pit. They give him what he wants, but he wants back out. Snoopy's going to have a sliver of health here.
Though.
They are having to get out of the pit. That was double if left by himself. Box goes down. Yellow Pete very low. One last chop. The burnout's going to help. A great dissonance when he landed off of the Dragon's Descent to keep burnout going for Nien. Great seeing the blade over the wall onto Inox. That's going to be a 3v1. He gets a quick kill and a swipe over on to Leona. That's going to be enough for the kills, though. 3 for 1 in favor of CLG.
They still have Nien very high, though. He's extremely healthy. He could easily tank this Baron. They'll bring him in eventually. It was a great teleport, by the way, from Nien coming in through the back line. They actually close off EG's exit and take out the damage source, the only physical damage source, very early on, making the itemization path of both Nien and Dexter extremely effective. So much magic resistance.
Ooh.
China number 2.
Oh! Whoops.
The announcer had it right there. Dominating for CLG right now. All right, we got. Take a look at this. How does he get out? He repels, and then he gets
flash
a lantern.
A repel lantern,
and then he just recalls somewhere in this little shadow. But yeah, Nien coming in with the teleport in the back line there. There's no physical damage for EG. Afromo here. He puts an early shield base of the mountain onto double lift when Inox goes after him, and then also goes in to try and save Afro. Or I mean saves you double lift and ends up costing him his own life.
Now with Baron down, he try to focus the bottom side of the map. Double lift with some quick feet, keeping himself safe, and still has time to farm.
Yeah, you can tell EG are getting pretty desperate here. They're trying to find those small picks, the little bush ganks, and it's getting them into trouble. They're already being collapsed on.
This just lit the fuse for an explosion.
Till smush.
Oh, double lift, we need vision, get in the bush, but I don't want to die. Way too early, but he is able to solo out on the Crepo. Pobelter's coming in. Double lift said, I had it, guys. Go do what you were doing.
Yeah.
Great play there.
Is that the beginnings of a chant? No, okay. That would have been cool if everyone just backed off and let Double Lift try and 2-1 that, because I'm pretty sure he had that one in the bag. But his entire team running towards the inhibitor, and they might just go straight for Nexus turrets after this. That
kind of brute force dominance in a fight will play on the minds of EG. Still 14 seconds on the siege clear, or wave clear, I should say, from Pobelter as CLG sieges onto the Nexus turrets. Spears are not hitting for that much damage, or as much as Inox would like. This late in the game, the end goes in, tries to get the combination on the shockwave. Not going to hit, but the dissonance still has such an effect on burnout, and Shyvana can just keep on. But this is the turn from EG. A good ace in the hole and return fire from the Javelins coming out. Is able to chunk down the health bars of Counter Logic Gaming. Look at Link. He's like living inside the team fight of EG, and nobody's really worried about him because they're trying to save the turrets. They're trying to save their base.
Reaver's forward defense here. CLG are not letting up. They want to finish it now.
Great start to the game. CLG with a strong hold on this one. Looking to get some more KDA on this before the Nexus goes down. Snoopy coming in doing what he can. A back and forth. Dragon's alive, but they're not going to need to get it because the Nexus falls just under 30 minutes. CLG takes out EG.
Well, that's what happens when you never let one of those poke siege comps group up.
Yeah.
You don't let them get the early turret that they want. You don't let them group, make use of their long range damage, try and heal. They just dismantled them one lane at a time.
Strong play all around. Double lift coming up big in the end of the game, but really a game that wasn't, dependent on any lane for CLG. Again, they all played in a very strategic manner. There were more kills than there were turrets when we started the game. And then that first blood, they kept focusing on Pobelter in middle, knowing he was down, and then again. And then they came through the Wraith. He did the insect for Dexter. And then again, one after the other. Dexter's war jumps this game definitely put a lot of the gap-closing fights into motion.
Yeah, CLG started out pretty much winning most of the lanes. Pobelter actually did really well in the beginning, so EG won the mid lane in CS terms very early on. But CLG had strong leads up in top for Nien and down bottom as well. They were able to translate it to